China, of course, makes everything from needles to cars and exports it to the world. But it lacks one thing that only America has. On the 2nd of April 2025, American President Donald Trump appears in front of the media in the White House with a very big red card. This red card had the names of some countries and their tariff rates written on it. President Trump read out the rates of all the countries one by one, and with that a wave of fear spread across the world. The stock markets of the entire world, including America, crashed because this was a sign of a very big war. A war where the weapon would be power and the ammunition for that weapon would be money. Yes, we can also call it a trade war or tariff war. Donald Trump made an indirect move that can bring the world's most powerful trade country, China, to its knees. If this trade war happens, who will have the upper hand? China or America? Once again, flattery in Zem TV's videos. Viewers, to understand this matter properly, we should first know about tariff. Most people think that tariff is a tax imposed on other countries. But actually it is a kind of import duty which will be imposed only on products imported to America. That is, if America has imposed a tariff of 26% on India, it means that the products coming from India will be taxed at 26% in America. Similarly, according to Donald Trump's list, a tariff of 29% was imposed on Pakistan, and China's name was written at the top of the list, on which a tariff of 34% was imposed. Imposing tariff or import duty is not an abnormal thing. However, if we look at this list, India has already imposed a rate of 52% on America, Pakistan 58% and China 67%. The benefit of tariff is not to earn money by imposing tax on products for any country. Rather, it is a way to protect its local industry. For example, Harley-Davidson is a premium brand of American motorcycles. When this bike comes to India from America, the Indian government imposes 100% tax on it. Suppose the price of a model of Harley-Davidson is 1.5 lakh rupees, and if no tax is imposed on it in India, then this bike will be available in India at the same price as the locally made Royal Enfield. So now when customers will get both the bikes at the same price, everyone will prefer to buy the American brand bike. This will cause a lot of loss to India's local bike industry. That is why bikes coming from abroad are deliberately made expensive by imposing tariff or import tax. There are many benefits of this. Firstly, the local industry continues to run. Secondly, there is also saving of foreign exchange. Because obviously, whoever imports an American bike will have to send US dollars to America. And this US dollar will cause a decrease in India's foreign currency savings. Now, since the tariff has been imposed by America, it means that the goods which go to America from other countries will be taxed there, and those things will become expensive in America, due to which their sale in America will decrease and people will want to buy locally manufactured goods. For example, cloth from India and Pakistan goes to American markets and is sold, but this cloth can also be manufactured there. Due to the imposition of tax, there will be a decrease in the sales of textile industry of India and Pakistan. But the one that is going to be affected the most by the tariff imposed by Trump is China. In fact, it is also being said that Donald Trump actually had to target China. This is because until the year 2000, American products used to go all over the world. The status that China has now, the same status was earlier with America. But with time, China took over the business of not only America but the whole world. Even the smallest thing is now made in China and exported to every corner of the world. Due to cheap labor, any product is so cheap for China that it can easily compete with the international market price. Globally, China has dominated almost the entire world due to its products, and the local industry is getting destroyed. If we look at the trade between USA and China, in the year 2000, America imported goods worth $80 billion from China, and in the same year China imported goods worth $1 billion from America, and the condition of 2025 is that America imports goods worth $40 billion from China every year. Whereas China imports goods worth only $145 billion from America. Donald Trump says that this trade should be equal. That is, if we are buying goods worth $440 billion from China, then China should also buy the same amount. Whereas here there is a difference of $295 billion, and this difference is called trade deficit. To equalize or reduce this trade deficit, Donald Trump has targeted China. What will happen due to this is that the prices of products coming from China, which mostly include smartphones, will increase substantially in America. And those smartphones too, especially Apple iPhone, which is actually an American product but is manufactured in China. When these products will become expensive if imported from China, then their industries will end in China and shift back to America. This is what Donald Trump wants, but not China. Just see that all the products of American tech giant Apple, from iPhone to Apple Watch, are mostly manufactured in China. Apart from this, Tesla's cars, Dell and HP's laptops, NKI and Skechers, shoes, LGT and GP's accessories, Black & Decker and Stanley's products, and even the toys of American companies like Mattel or HSP Pro are also made in China. If all these companies wind up their plants in China and come back to America, then America will have to import goods worth about $200 billion less from China every year, and the trade deficit will reduce from $295 to only $80 or $90 billion. But of course America will benefit on one hand, but due to the high production cost in America, these products will be more expensive, and ultimately these companies will suffer losses. But it seems that Donald Trump wants to break China's monopoly at any cost. Then why should he himself bear the loss? On the other hand, China also does not want this to happen. And this is why when Trump increased the tax on Chinese products, China also imposed more taxes on American products, and now this matter seems to be taking the shape of a trade war. Neither the Chinese president is backing down, nor does Donald Trump seem to have any intention to do so. Both the countries have imposed so many taxes on each other that if something comes from China for $10, then now it will start coming at double the price, and the situation is similar in China as well. But here we have to see which of these two powers has the upper hand. In this trade war, the one who survives longer will win. If we see, America imports most of the tech items from China. That is, mobile phones, laptops, electronics or toys. If these products are not imported for some time, then it will not make much difference to America. Or if these products are imported from some other country, then at the most they will be a little expensive. But China imports one such thing from America without which it is very difficult for China to survive. Yes. And this product can probably create a big issue for China in the coming months. Let us know that the total population of China is 141 crores. That is, 315% more than the American population. To feed this large population, obviously more food is also needed. And the most basic things are wheat and rice. But the issue is that China has only 13% of its total agricultural land. That means only 0.23 acres for every Chinese citizen. Mostly wheat and rice are grown on this land so that basic food items do not have to be imported. But these are just the basic items. Pork is consumed in large quantities in China. So much so that China has the largest pig farming in the world. According to the records of the year 2024, there are more than 40 crore pigs in China. That means there are more pigs in China than the human population in America. Pork consumption of the whole world is on one side and that of China is on the other. Now it is obvious that these 40 crore pigs also need something to eat, for which they are given corns for sugar and soybeans for protein. Their feed consists of 60% corns and 40% soybeans. 80% of corn is produced in China, while the remaining 20% has to be imported from Ukraine. But soybean is a product that is imported only from America and Brazil. Every year China imports 50 million tons of soybean from America for pig feed. And it is also difficult to import this product from anywhere else because soybean is a crop whose production does not give much profit to the farmers. Only 1,500 kilograms of soybean can be produced in 1 acre, whereas if we talk about corn, 6,000 kilograms can be produced in 1 acre. This crop can be grown only where agricultural land is very fertile, like America. Because America has a very low population and a lot of land, an American urban person gets about 1.25 acres of land, 400% more than a Chinese urban person. So, due to this reason, America not only fulfills its food demand itself, but even after this, so much land is left where soybean is grown and exported to China. Now it is not that pigs do not eat anything other than soybeans. China had already sensed this danger and they have also tried adding alternative things in the feed. Like canola seeds, these are cheaper than soybeans but their digestion is less. So more feed has to be given. That means the total cost is more. They have also tried peanuts or sunflower meals, but these do not have as much protein as soybeans, for which extra supplements have to be given, which costs more. Currently a new experiment is being done in China in which insects will be farmed and then those insects will be fed to pigs to fulfill their protein demands. But till now this experiment is in its testing phase. Apart from this, China is a trade surplus country. That means whatever things are manufactured here, China alone cannot consume them. To survive, they have to sell their products to the world in any case. The biggest disadvantage of a trade surplus economy is that they have a lot to lose. On the other hand, America, which has become a consumer market, has many options to buy. If not from China, they can fulfill their demands by buying from somewhere else. Donald Trump had also imposed tariffs on China in his previous tenure, and it was clearly seen in that too that China was losing the game, and similar expectations are there this time too. Donald Trump has all those cards with which he can blackmail China, and perhaps China is also well aware of this. During the production of this video, news has come that Trump has stopped tariffs on all other countries for 90 days. But China's tariff has been increased to 125%. Which proves that these tariffs were actually imposed for China only. What is your opinion on this whole matter? Please tell me in the comment section.